Hi, I'm PT from Sill-TerHar, and today Kristen and I are here to talk to you about the adaptive cruise control that comes in many Ford cars these days. We happen to be in a limited Explorer with the adaptive cruise control option, and right now we are following our coworker who is driving in front of us, who will give us a good baseline with which to talk to you about this cruise control. So first thing we're going to do is set the cruise control as you would normally set any cruise control. Adaptive cruise control, for those of you who don't know, just maintains a safe distance between the car in front of you and your car at a consistent pace, and it corrects the distance between the two of you based on the speed you have your cruise control set. So there are actually 3 settings. So go ahead and turn our cruise control on there, Kristen.
On.
This is Kristen's first time using the cruise control, so I think she's a little terrified because you really have to trust that it works, and that actually is quite a joyful thing for me. And go ahead, Kristen, and set it just around the speed limit like we talked about.
Okay.
So that we are traveling faster than our coworker, who should be doing about 5 miles an hour under the speed limit.
How did that happen?
How did what happen? The windshield wipers just went? I'm not sure, but keep setting it. Set up another 5 miles an hour, please.
Okay, to 60.
So, yep, so we can catch up to our coworker. Okay. There are 3 levels on the adaptive cruise control: 1, 2, or 3. 1 is approximately a second and a half distance between you and the person in front of you, and then 3 is about 2.5 seconds. So here we go, up to 60 miles an hour.
Okay, we're going.
And again, our coworker should be doing about 55 so that we can come up on her from behind and slow down appropriately.
Okay, is it gonna slow down?
It will slow down. Put your feet down.
Are you sure?
I'm very confident on this, okay?
Okay.
Keep your feet flat.
Okay.
Just let it do its thing. We're coming up very quickly, and it's a little scary.
God.
And there we go. Now we've slowed down. The adaptive cruise, I admit, I'm a little sweaty on this one too. I totally trust the car. I've got this in my own car.
My feet, I will admit, they were on the floor.
They were on the floor. And we slowed down. We are now traveling at about 40 or 39 miles an hour because we were following a truck that was going very, very slowly. And we are maintaining a safe distance. Again, we are in setting 1 right here because that made it a little more terrifying for both of us, right?
Yeah.
Your heart's fluttering a little bit,
No,
right?
it's really scary.
Okay, we have a red light, so we do have to stop for the red light. It won't stop us completely, but it will brake you very hard if you need to slow down appropriately. So basically, that's it in action. That's what we're going for. Is it will use radar to detect the car in front of you. It will tell you it can see a car in front of you. There's an icon on your screen, shows a little car, shows the number of bars in the gap. So if it's 1 bar, the gap is 1.5 seconds. If it's 3 bars, the gap is about 2.5 seconds. And it will show that it is registering a car in front of you. Now, it only works when the cruise control is working, and after the stoplight, for example, we have to hit resume to get the cruise control back on.
To 60.
And now we have the icon once again, 2 cars showing on there to let us know that it knows there's a car there. It works to about 600 feet. It knows there's a car there. It's got it covered. Even works around turns, which is pretty cool. Won't turn the car for you, mind you, but it'll maintain your speed. And it will keep you safe, and you know what? It's really helpful.
It should slow me down.
It'll slow you down. It already did it once. You have confidence now, don't you?
Yeah, I'm a little bit more confident.
Come on, Kristen, you got this. Here it comes. And there we go. We're traveling at about the same speed. Our cruise control set 60 miles an hour. We are driving at about 53 miles an hour. It will accelerate us up to 60 miles an hour, not beyond. It will slow us down to about 25 to 35 miles an hour, depending on the model of your car, because that's where the cruise control will stop working. And it's an absolute godsend when you're in slow traffic on the highway. Mm-hmm. Slow, not quite stop and go, but slow and go, you know, where you're doing 40 and you're doing 60. Mm-hmm. Love it for that. Absolutely wonderful for that.
I'd be a little scared on the highway.
Yeah, well, again, once you've got it going, once you're in the flow of traffic, it's a little scary when coming up on somebody. Once you're in the flow of traffic and all it's doing is maintaining your speed in consistent pace with the speed of the cars in front of you.
So then you don't have to do brake, gas, brake, gas.
That's right. Why don't you go ahead and hit the gap button down twice. That should extend our gap up to 2.5 seconds. And you'll see what we're doing is we're backing off gently from the car in front of us. It gives us some nice room. This is a much more comfortable traveling distance, especially on a road like this, or if we were coming up quickly behind the car in front of us as we did. And this is really the distance that is good for highway driving. 1.5 seconds to me is always a little bit, my foot hovers over the brake at 1.5 seconds.
Now it's speeding us up.
It should. It speed us up the hill. Again, up to as much as 60 miles an hour because that's where we have it set, but maintaining a safe distance behind the car in front of us.
This is pretty cool.
It is an amazing, wonderful piece of technology once you really have it
relaxing.
mastered and once you trust it. So the next step in the evolution to not having to drive your car
Yeah.
is adaptive cruise control.